Hello everybody. So today I want to continue working, out of all things, on my sunroof, on my '06 Lincoln Towncar that I strategically placed away from other cars so I can have all doors open. And ever since I visited 3C Automotive, the sunroof situation became a lot better. I've been monitoring it. We had some thunderstorms that would roll by and it improved a lot. But first and foremost, I still got to clean up some of the crap that I ended up putting on top of it when it was leaking. As you can kind of see, some of the tape marks. So they've been bugging me. I've been wanting to take those off. And then also I want to try, with the help of watching some videos of Scotty Kilmer and the Car Wizard, who just so happens to posted a video about replacing a glass and realigning it on the sunroof of, I think he did a Honda Accord. And you know, it's funny because there's a two-door Honda Accord in my background. So I want to try to realign it. And I got some basic tools here. And I don't know how it's going to go. It's really hot, and we do have a big thunderstorm that's kind of on the horizon, probably going to hit us in a couple hours. So although the sunroof situation has been a lot better, but I do want to have it aligned properly, and maybe that's going to reduce even more the few little drips that do come in the tray. So let's see what happens. So the first thing I did was, I have this portable, cheap little vacuum. Some sort of a Chinese brand. Don't know, I bought it off of Amazon. But the good thing is it works off of, like, you can charge it. It does have a rechargeable battery, and it can work out of the power outlet. So it is fully charged. It's very little. It's not too powerful, but it's powerful enough. And what I am doing, and what I just did actually, I vacuumed all the little bits and pieces of the Flex Seal that in a case of emergency, I just sprayed and kind of sealed all of my sunroof. At the time when it was leaking, it was almost, I think, over a month ago by now. And like I said, you know, as mechanic and I at the 3C Automotive was kind of working on it, we had to scrape a lot of it off from the edges so he could put the new seal. Now you see this vacuum also makes as a good pointer right here. So to replace the seal, which is sitting there very nice, it's not going anywhere right here. And as we were scraping it off, that Flex Seal stuff, it comes off as like little flakes. So as we were scraping it, I was helping him, it ended up being all over here. So I vacuumed it all out. It's not too loud, but just doing it like this all around. So I made these nice and clean. So what I'm gonna try to do now is I'm gonna close it, and I'm gonna once again double check to see how it aligns, or in my case, doesn't necessarily realign with the top. So this was one of the videos that the Car Wizard did, where when they put the sunroof, here, let me see if I can just close it from here. So when they closed the sunroof on that Honda Accord they were filming, yeah, so that's exactly what they showed in that video. So there's like a little gap between the top of the roof and where the sunroof is. It's just off just a little bit. Not much, but that could be why, you know, some water is still coming in. And then when I open it, you know, so this is the most up position right here. And then when I close it, see how it kind of sinks in, but then it never really realigns itself. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Now, here's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to open it up this way, all right, to create a gap. And then thanks to that video, now I know that there are bolts. Let's see if I can film them. There are little star-shaped bolts right here and right there, and also obviously on the other side. So by unscrewing those, or just by loosening them slightly, I could possibly push this whole assembly up just enough so that when it closes all the way down and flat, you know, it becomes flat with the roof. Now, also another thing that I learned not too long ago was that this little break in the seal, that's normal. I didn't know that. I thought that number one was that the seal, you know, was kind of around, all around. And number two, this is what I learned from watching a video of Scotty Kilmer, is that I didn't know that some water does, like, it's normal for some water to go inside the sunroof, that they're not designed to be watertight. So again, this is the beauty of YouTube, and if a guy like me who has really no training in, you know, being a mechanic at all, you know, just by watching a few videos, and now I know that, you know, that those 4 bolts, I should say, can be used to realign it. So once I can get that to realign, hopefully, I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna clean the top of the roof of my car as well as the glass, because you can see there's one thing that Flex Seal does very well, is to stick to everything, I mean, including glass. So man, you know, I'm surprised that the water just from heavy rains we've been having hasn't washed this away. But yeah, it's really on there. So once I get that situated, I'll be working on actually getting it cleaned. All right, here we go. Okay, so using very basic tools, and in this case I'm using this T20, which is a star-shaped type of a screwdriver. I don't have a ratchet that would fit this little thing. I don't know, how can I film this? There you go. There you go. So sitting in the driver's seat, I've just loosened this screw, that screw, and the same thing on the other side. So 4 screws with the star-shaped head. And now you can see I can move my sunroof glass, and this is what the wizard was showing me, well, us, that this glass, it specifically allows to be readjusted. Now I put on gloves because this piece of metal right here and this, so what I'm touching is so hot. It is like 85 to 90 degrees right now, probably 87, somewhere there, where in the morning when I put the car in the shade, and now obviously the shade is gone, so it is extremely hot to the touch. But now, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to close it, and I'm gonna try and see where is it gonna fall as far as the sunroof that's being closed. So let's see, here's the button. Okay, so here you go. So it's still attached, so I haven't loosened it to the point, but I can definitely move the glass now. You see, like from here and from here. And the problem seems to be obviously here in the back. Oh, whoops. There we go. So this is, so now it's in the fully closed position. So I'm gonna hope, now obviously it's a lot easier to do with 2 people, but I'm gonna try to gauge it from the inside of the car, how far up I need to push, and maybe I can do it maybe a little bit from the outside before tightening those screws and making sure that it's as flat against the roof as I can possibly make it. And worst case scenario, I'm gonna ask somebody to kind of be a spotter for me. And I'm hoping that this will be easy enough for one person to do. Okay, so I've been messing around with this thing for about 20 minutes. And I think I got it to the point of where I can no longer adjust it any more than it already is. But I think I'm pretty happy with the result. So here is the end result by messing around with those screws. So first of all, I got this up, like the area towards the front. I got it to align perfect. Like, that's not an issue. So once I tighten those screws down, that hasn't moved. The issue was here with the back piece. And the back piece, I don't know if the camera will pick up, like it starts off right here by the driver's side. Good, it's nice, it's flat. Then it goes down here towards the middle. Then it dips ever so slightly. I mean, we're talking a fraction of an inch, but it is there. I want to be honest. I can't say that I did it perfectly. It dips down. And then right up there, it goes flat again on that side. So let me go walk around. So right up here, you can argue that it's raised ever so slightly, but it's, once again, we're talking fraction of an inch here versus there. So, but that is as much as I could possibly do it with. So here, so going back is fine. There's no obstruction. All right, going back you know, in a closed position, that's fine. So going back and forth, open, close, that's fine. And then it does realign itself nicely. The problem happens is with this. So when you raise it, once again, there's not a problem back here. Okay? But then when you close it, well, when I close it, it does this a little dip, and then it comes back up. So maybe somebody can post in the comment, does your Lincoln Towncar do the same thing? But I don't know. So it kind of dips down and then it raises back up and realigns itself. So I'm assuming that's normal. Haven't really paid attention to it, but that is as much as I could fix this. So now I think I'm happy. So the next thunderstorm that's going to roll by is going to be a good test whether or not it improved anything. I mean, worst case scenario, probably just left it the same way it was before. All right, so next step would be to cleaning the roof. So I actually had to stop the last segment because I got an error message on my phone saying that it is way too hot for the phone to film. So I wrapped it up. Yeah, it was really hot. So there's my car. You can kind of see the thunderstorm that's kind of looming ahead. There's my car. So I'm really hoping that I didn't make it worse. Oh yeah. Really hoping I didn't make things worse, because there it is. It's probably going to come down. I'm filming from the corner of my apartment building. So this will be the moment of truth, because ultimately I hope I didn't make things any worse. Looking pretty nasty overhead. So all right, well, I'm gonna wait for the rain to come. All right, so here we go, as promised, getting the first hand test for that sunroof. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Sorry, it's all coming inside, so can't really film for much. Looks like somebody just got into that Chrysler 200. So anyway, well, the next moment would be to figure out if it leaked, and if it did, how much. So I couldn't pick a better day to fix the glass right here, to realign it, because it's been freaking monsoon season over here. It's been raining non-stop for like the last hour. And, you know, so sticking my hand here in the tray, there is a little bit of water in there. So not gonna lie, it's not 100% dry. But, see, you can kind of see my hand there. So you can wipe it on the shore, because it's like 72 degrees out there, but it's been raining nonstop. All right, so it's definitely not any worse than it was before, but you can see it is definitely, there's some water is making its way through. So at this point I am not sure what to make of this. You know, my car's got what, 95,580 miles. I've done, I think, everything I could. It's nice and solid. Like, the glass is not moving anymore. I tightened these bolts on all four sides. This one is a pain to get into, to be honest with you. But oh, you know what? It's a good point. What about up front? Because the tray, you know, this thing to catch water, is also on the front and also on the sides too. So the good news is it's not leaking out, because, you know, I think before I would definitely catch some water, but no, like, it's, so I'm almost starting to think that a little bit of moisture there, you can see the drop, is normal. So I'm really hoping that somebody will put in the comments whether or not this water is normal. Now, granted, this is a big thunderstorm. This is nothing. It was coming down a lot worse than this. And I will be going through a car wash too in the near future. So at this point, I'm gonna take it as if it's normal. If you guys want to put in the comments or something what to make of this, I mean, I know I just can't stop going in there, but you know, the water does not it doesn't leak out. It doesn't go into like the visor right here. You know, the headliner is not coming down, so that's good. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go through a car wash and see what happens. Alright, so it's been a few days since I filmed the last segment. It hasn't rained since I filmed it. The sunroof seems to just work fine. I did try to open and close it several times. I mean, it goes in, it goes out. I still haven't had a chance to clean it because I still have a day job after all. Still got those tape marks, so I'll probably be doing a series of like cleaning videos. So I'm getting the gas here now, and I'm gonna go for that $15 platinum car wash to really test out this whole sunroof scenario. So as you can kind of see, like, it's all nice, it's all greased up. I vacuumed all the crap out of here. There was a little bit of water in the tray back there, but nothing extraordinary, and I'm hoping that somebody will put in the comments whether or not they're getting any kind of water in that tray. Now, like I mentioned, you know, this side is slightly higher, and I'm sorry, this is very obnoxious and loud. So this side is slightly like higher than this middle portion, but I've adjusted it to the point that I can possibly make it and it doesn't go up anymore. So to go for that platinum car wash, I got some very generic paper towels. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna test this out. So I'm gonna stuff these paper towels right up here in the tray, and I'm gonna be testing how much water is actually gonna come through in that car wash, because I have no idea whether or not it's normal. And like I said before, if somebody can post if you guys are seeing water, and if you are seeing, you know, how much water are you seeing? Because now that I know that these are not airtight and not waterproof, which is honestly a shock to me, because if there's a rubber gasket, why can't they be watertight? But anyway, I'm not a car designer, so I'm going to be stuffing some more paper towels. I'm going to be going through a car wash, and I'm going to check to see how much water actually comes through. If it comes through like normal, like what I've been seeing, then guess what? I'm just going to close this case, and I'm going to consider the sunroof repaired. If some weird amount of water comes through, well, then I guess I have no other choice but to go to a body shop, because I've been messing around with this thing for over a month. Alrighty. So the sunroof tray is nicely stuffed with paper towels. Got my receipt. Got my $36.78, but that's because the fuel was $21.78, only 10.3 gallons, and the car wash, I wanna let my car have it. It's probably gonna be the most intense car wash it's seen, at least in my ownership. Average 19.6, not too bad. And all right, 95.772. So I'm just gonna buckle up so it's not gonna beep at me. Whoops. I'm definitely enjoying this new seat belt that was installed. It nicely retracts and everything. So here we go. I really hope I'm not gonna have rainworks in here. This car is long enough not to make this turn easily. So turn it around, heading that way. All right, the moment of truth. I'm excited and scared. Maybe 80% excited and 20% scared. So here we go, car wash. So, enter the code. Okay, took me a second to find that one. Enter. Checking the code. Yeah, no thanks. All right, closing the window. Sunroof. Okay, here goes nothing. I know I did this already when I sealed it. So let's see if I can get to that rail thing. Alrighty, I think I am in the rail. Okay, stop. Put it in neutral. Okay. All right. Alrighty. Really hope I don't need an umbrella for this. Alright, bring on the waterworks. Now, the thing is that thunderstorm that came through, that was a lot worse than this. Now, oh yeah, there we go. I know I keep filming the front, but it's actually these things that I'm actually worried about. Okay. All right, here we go. Yeah. Come on. Oh, nothing is coming through, so at least that's a good sign. So paper towels are doing something. All right, there we go, there we go. All right, and it was over just like that. Oh, there's a car behind me. See the headlights? All right, go. All right, so I'm gonna pull up there. It didn't, you know, the funny thing is that it did not take off that Flex Seal stuff. So that Flex Seal stuff will need to be scraped off. But I will pull up in here and we'll see what happens. So from the outside, the gasket looks fine. It didn't come off. It didn't really do anything. Unfortunately, these sticky stuff, they're not gonna come off without some serious scrubbing. So that's what I had there. So here, I'm gonna start pulling them out. And probably dumping them on the floor. All right. Ooh. So, you know, some decent amount came through. Ooh, you know what? What's this? Once again, I don't know. Is this normal? Is this not normal? So this side is drier. Got this. What about the next one? That's a little bit. Okay, we got some more here. Again, you know, I guess it's kind of hard to measure with paper towels because they do absorb and make things look worse. Okay, there's one more from right above my head. This one is dry. Oh, there's another one over my head. Dry. Oh, one more. This one is closer to the passenger side. So the bottom line is that no, because I had paper towels in there, you know, it probably looks worse than it is. Now let me open up the sunroof and look from the outside to see how much water is actually in that channel. Maybe that's the way to look at it. So once again, it's kind of hard to see because ultimately when you open it, you can't really see inside that tray. But okay, so I do see a little bit of water right there and a little bit on that side, if you guys can see, if it focuses. Yep. Nothing really to the side. Oh no, there's a little bit stuff to the side. A little bit, not a lot. So I wonder what happens if I close it and open it the other way. Will I be able to see? Sorry for it losing focus on me. Well, I guess because I did have those paper towels in there, you can kind of see the tray. The tray is actually dry right now. The tray, which is right here. Yeah. So, you know what? I think it's safe to say that the sunroof is repaired, because ultimately, if I know that some water will eventually get in here, I know that the water will spread. I mean, yeah, this is probably the worst paper towel that I have. If you guys can even see it, it's kind of wet, like right there. But ultimately, this is not that much water. So I will consider this repair a success. And at 95,773, I think we're going to be okay. It's a nice warm day. The old Towncar lives to see another day. And I want to thank everybody for watching, subscribing, commenting. I love this stuff. I am hooked on these videos. Probably like making them more than you like watching them, but I'm okay with that. I'm meeting some good people online, having some nice Lincoln Towncar chats, and other stuff. You know, like I posted some Prius videos, and people seem to like that. So more to come. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. See you next time.